Yo, people, welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, they have to talk again. I don't know another life. Yeah, bless up to everyone in the shows there. Really appreciate it. As me and former reggae boy legend, Donovan Dona will discuss some few things. Yeah, nothing much deep. But we're just going to discuss Copa America is right there. Little hot topic around there and there to talk about, but let me get the man himself on the screen. Bless up legend.
No doubt. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me,
man.
John.
Yeah, man. Bless up, man. How is everything?
Good so far, because we can't complain, you know what I mean? They're above
Yeah,
waters. There you
yeah.
go.
He's a gunner.
Nah, man, not the name Gunners, man. Me's a wagonist when it come to the football. I sit in me there, I sit in me there.
Yeah, City, I know. Yes,
Yeah, back in the 80s, me was Liverpool and Man United, then Tottenham. So me not really loyal to no team but Boyz and Jamaica and Brazil.
Sarius, Boystone, Jamaica, and
Jamaica and Brazil. Any other team, me a wagonist.
uh,
Oh,
boy,
me forgot my club in New York. The man them will cost me Beasley United from Queens.
yeah. But I don't know if you have the time, you saw some of the games, the Euro games. You see some of the Euro games?
No, me not really tune
Oh
into
yeah,
it. Cause
oh yeah,
me not
yeah.
really
Some,
me
yeah.
kinda in and out to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. So 100% zoning. I watch
No,
it.
no, no.
Yeah, but some wonderful football. When you get the time, and try and looking and see if you can watch what going on in the Euros. Some very good footballer play. You remember
Yeah,
when? You remember when FIFA announced that the expansion of the World Cup, like them are gonna go 48 and open more spaces for the rest of the countries in different regions.
yeah,
I remember there was this story, there was a story around that the football, the quality of a World Cup, having 40 plus teams in it, it's going to dilute the quality. And I was one of them, saying, I don't think we should move from 32, go all the way up to 48, But when I really look back on January, and I was watching the African Cup and I was looking at so many smaller nations is competing against the top teams in Africa. And now I'm looking at the Euros. It even happened in Asian Cup. I know it's happening in Euros where the smaller nations are giving the bigger boys a run for their money. And I'm looking at it like, Gold Cup, it even happened last year. And then I'm looking, is it that, the Reggae Boys is going to give the South American a run for their money? You think we're ready for that? We give them boy a run for their money in that group B.
right across the board, man. The whole thing changed in every sports.
Yeah.
Check it out. In
Yeah, man. I'm expecting to see some major result in this Copa America. Hopefully 2 days from now, the Canadian national team, Jesse Marsh, can probably get the best of Scaloni in the Argentina team. That would be a massive result in his first competitive game. But I'm looking forward to it. I want to see the same thing I'm seeing in the Euro. Big up Drew Fortis. I want to see the same thing that I saw in the Euros and previous continental cups. That the smaller teams, is up for a battle. It's not just the bigger team just going to be the favorite on paper and just write off the team on the pitch. I mean, you have coaches. You have some bright young coaches that's really coming in the industry, changing the game, setting up their team tactically harder to beat. So the game might evolve, year by year, as I say, not just
Nico,
in
a-
football.
as me just a little while. on a broader scale, man. Everybody
Yeah,
catch up, man.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
catch up.
yeah, yeah,
One time, everybody afraid for go to Mexico go play all football against Mexico.
yeah,
Now you can't go up there go beat them.
yeah,
People used to worry about the latitude at the stadium and how high they up. You know,
yeah,
nobody now no fear. So if you apply yourself these days with the football and hold
yeah.
your orders and respect your coach,
And
I
prepare.
never play out the man. You can't
Yeah,
compete with them, man.
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. And the funny thing. The funny thing. Everybody is doing their preparation at the highest level, preparing
Yeah,
for a major tournament. So preparation is key. And again, it's down to what you said again. The younger coaches are bringing different ideas into the football. The old veteran coaches, seeing stuff that they not even imagine seeing.
yeah,
One player I play 3, 4 different position on the pitch.
yeah,
I don't think the older coaches in the industry now would have even witnessed that. Just like when Jose Mourinho came in England and he started to play the 4-3-3. It was
yeah,
very unusual to Sir Alex Ferguson. And then
yeah,
he kind of copied that and used it in the Champions League. In the bigger games, and he actually get a lot of success from that. Yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. Donna, what kind of madness is going around in the football in Jamaica, man? What kind of craziness is really happening, man? We are gonna let one man destroy the whole football fraternity in Jamaica. I don't know. I just don't know, man. Like, I just want all of these stuff, to remove from the space in terms of, in what Saturday we have a big game coming up, against Mexico, and then a
Yeah.
few more days again we have Ecuador. You know, um, I mean, you start the story. You start the story.
Yeah, miss. Yeah,
Yeah.
miss. Hear the story.
I
But
don't
but
know.
but I want
Two
to tell you,
days.
Nico, this
Uh,
thing this thing could have nipped in at the bud long time, but because of so-called people have money, sometimes
yeah,
when people have money, people afraid to tell them the truth and tell themselves to go sit down. You understand?
yeah,
Because a coach bring up two youth, which is great, and take them from youth days and I
yeah,
turn them in a man and them become successful. But that not give you the power to feel like say all of a sudden you're God at Jamaica. Yeah, little youth will play some man in for JC and we see you and God bless you. And your
yeah,
hard work where you do and bring with two youth. But how comes you gonna use that and becomes this giant at Jamaica and want to tell. Let me tell you something, Nico. I see something happen right here. Me and what Jamaica play when Whisper come. I love that youth there.
yeah.
From I would have tell you say from Errol Blake are the best thing me see play Manning Cup for a long time.
Someone that will really dominate the Money Cup.
They dominate the game from Errol Blake time. Me not say me can't remember most see a Manning Cup game when me can't remember somebody will dominate the gate. So, but me tell you we're at my stadium when he met the Jamaica side and him playing first game I stadium. You know what I see? Butler though? Call the youth at the fence and I talk to the youth.
Was
Who
that
give
the
Butler
Trinidad
them a
game?
call? Eh?
Was that the Trinidad friendly?
I don't remember who they was playing, but I remember he called Whisper off of the bench and he was at the fence speaking to Whisper. Who give him them authority there? Who allow him to do them thing there? It's not a club business. It's not Phoenix.
Yeah,
And the
this is
national team a
international.
player. Why you
Yeah,
ever got on the fence? If you want to give him instruction, call him from the night before and talk to him.
yeah,
Don't come interfere with the coach program and tell the youth them anything at all.
yeah. That's very disrespectful. And I think,
Very
and I
disrespectful
don't
and
think you're the first one to
nobody
answer.
don't talk about those kind of things. When them say happen. If
Yeah,
nobody else, no coach not do it, why Butler think him have the right to do it?
yeah. That's true, man. That's very disrespectful. To what and Evo. When you look at Evo Whisper, how did he really get dragged into all this story? You know,
Him get drug. Let me tell you how him get drug in it. You see, if you grew up in a with a man who take care of you from your baby, even your mother and your father, you're not gonna listen more than the man there. And this is
yeah,
what happened to Bailey and Whisper. Because him have them from so young, anything him tell them do it. So when a man I take you from your mother and father and reunite you with your mother and father and give your mother and father respect, what that man I tell you for do? No care what, you make the youth them, take them and use them talent and develop them. You must always make them remember their mother and father. Don't try to move them and don't talk to their mother and father. You understand? So Whisper, I'm sorry for him because them want to play now. The two of them want to play for Jamaica. But Butler is the problem. Butler is the one who push the button and tell them when to play from when not to play. Whisper biggest chance for go Copa, go play. For the world see him when can even go on next team or other coaches see him and you style for the youth to tell him don't play no football for the national team. A big platform this, you know. A big platform. I bet if Leon Bailey never get the extension contract what year, he would have played in a Copa. But because him get a big money now, him not feel like him have to play.
yeah, man. Yeah, you know, I'm totally agree with you. You know, that Jordan, I'm totally agree with you. You know, you know, the man just a conflict himself. You get what I say? Because you know, every time when you know interview drop with him or anything, Marley's find the time to. Even though I know exactly what I'm gonna say, you know, I know exactly what I'm gonna say, but we just like to listen because you know he's a man where he just never keep on a straight line with whatever he must say. And in just the thing that he put out, he just a conflict himself all over the place. You know, him a
All the
demand.
time.
Yeah, him a demand just like when he did that interview, you know, when the squad just released. And I don't know, I'm not saying, you know, Mr. Chung is right, but the under 20 thing of demanding why this youth is not there, why, you know, things like that. You get what I say?
But
It just
Nico,
not right.
remember,
It just don't look good in the football.
but Nico, you know, remember say from him son named Kyle and Bailey, the oversee. This is the same thing Butler trying to do with other coaches, you know.
Yeah.
Remember him
Yeah.
come back again, you know. Every time him try stick up the organization, them, you know. For
It happened
film
with
player, them,
Tapper.
you know.
It was. I think him and Tapper didn't even catch up. You know about the whole Olympic thing when Kyle was in around the squad. Him say, you know, Tapper come in and take it up over Donovan Doki, and from Tapper coming in Kyle now get a game. And so another first, but you know, but why a national team supposed to deal with an individual, a man who is a father figure to them, a management, you know, the management staff, you know, he is the agent to them. So why a federation should be going through someone who is under contract with a club? You know, we understand. Say, look, even if you know Villa or Chelsea release the player, you know, just to know how Leon and Whisper shape. If Craig said no and no, you get what I say. So me
Yeah.
understand that, but when I think we're supposed to go through him. As much as you know, me respect the work, the body of work we him do, bringing through some
Yeah.
youngsters. But when a man I keep up in foolishness, you have to call a spade a spade. You have to call him out. You have to make him know, so like, look, things what you say just not right.
Yeah. And him know say him not right, you know, but yeah, the word where him use. Love Jamaica. A noble word him use. Love Jamaica. That mean when him a use that and the people are hear him figure say, yeah, the people are gonna believe say them really love Jamaica. But I know Jamaica them love, and themself them love. And if them can get 5 and 10 youth for sell, and that are them ambition. Them
Yeah,
ambition enough
yeah,
to play for
yeah,
Jamaica. Because the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing
yeah.
when speed I do, are the same thing him a do, you know. Let me
Enough
tell you
listen.
something. Cavaliers are playing the National League, but them not really in the league for win it. If them win it. But they are in the league to sell players. They are the youngest team in the world. So what you think that tell yourself?
Hold on 1 second. I think your audio is coming out. But I want to talk again. Joe, talk again. I think your audio come out. But I want to.
Oh yeah, your voice kind of a buffer.
You know what I say? Jump out and jump back in. I like the audio we are coming through. Jump back out and jump back in. Yeah, people, the audio like the audio. Look, let them always say, that's one of the easiest things to say. You love Jamaica. Look, the man always there at Jamaica. Look, everybody love the island. Who don't like the entertainment, who don't like the food. If you're from Jamaica, you always want to come back home. The richest who come from Jamaica and do their stuff overseas. Whenever they get a break, it's always home. It's always home. And I'm going to say this because I heard it from. Hold on. All right. So, mic check. Talk again.
Same say sound, Nick.
All right. Hold on. The audio. Tell me if me I come to play Legend.
Same way you sound.
See me son?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me jump out.
Talk now.
Yeah, you hear me clear now?
Yeah, you sound far better.
All right, cool. Mic check. My good there now?
Yeah, man, you're live.
All right. Yeah, people, me don't know what happened, from yesterday I have some difficulty with this streaming thing. Yeah, but we're there back again. But but where me there say still, my biggest thing in this is that we understand we know with Craig and Leon the issue, long standing issue with the hierarchy of Jamaican football. But Whisper, a young talented player, a player that still have a bright future, a player that still, him they even start to play, first in football, for Chelsea. You understand? And I even see, when the screenshot talk about, the contract threatening with Chelsea. I don't know if I really believe all them thing there. You get what I said? I just don't know how to believe them thing there. You get what I say?
Yeah, the man come like a big strainer, man. It full of hole.
I don't know
Him
how to
store with them.
believe that.
Him store with them come like a big strainer. It full of pay hole. Butler.
Look, mother love to see Whisper on the big scene of playing Copa America. This is our third appearance in Copa America in a decade. And soon to be his teammate, Kendrick Paez, another youngster, playing for Ecuador, will be on the big stage as well. Tell me if you agree with me. This Copa America stage that we've been in since 2015 is arguably the biggest stage we have ever been since 1998.
Yeah, man. Then look on A big stage with the pan, man. A big stage, man. Big stage with the
Because
pan.
when you look on CONMEBOL, you know, the prestige of teams them that
Yeah,
in CONMEBOL. A 10 World
yeah,
Cup come from CONMEBOL. 10
yeah,
World Cup come from CONMEBOL. You get what I say? You know,
yeah.
so you always, you know, you always have this the CONMEBOL teams in the last 8 of the World Cup and stuff like that. So you know, it's a big tournament, you know. So I would expect him to see him of all person in the squad. I'm looking forward to that. And
It's
probably
Nico,
him by playing in the
Nico.
Copa, you know, Joe Dona can actually probably, you know, let him get into the Chelsea first team a lot more faster.
Of course, of course. The possibility would have wide open more for him.
Of course. Because he's going to play against some elite players.
They're not, it's just like the Euro where I watch. It's just the
Yeah,
other side of the world where they are watch at a Copa
yeah,
with the
yeah,
elite team them.
yeah.
I don't know Joe competition I play. And you have a style for a youth. You have a style for a youth and bring on injury upon the youth and you can't tell what kind of injury the youth have.
Yeah, because when the thing name them never really publish is injured. Everyone else injured publish.
Yeah. Everybody else injury publish and female can't publish. Why?
I
So tell me something, Nick. Can the JFF get in touch with Chelsea if something like that happened to Whisper?
um I think I think they can send in that farm, that release farm, and then from there, so they will know if the player is available. If then they will tell him like is he injured, is he have a knock, or bigger players, the club and the federation will actually have like a negotiation, like the player can only play like 20 minutes in the first game. Give him a few more days to so you can probably get 90 minutes. But I never really hear on the big stage of agents is getting in between the federation of players selection. Me just not remember seeing it. It might happen, but me just not remember seeing stuff like that.
But Nico, every ball have gone back home to them country.
That's all.
Every ball have gone home back to them country to participate in some form of tournament. So JFF must have the power to call Chelsea to find out if this man,
Yeah,
what them call to represent
yeah,
the country, is injured.
they can, send in the release form, and then from there they will hear back from Chelsea about, is it, what is going on, So I don't know if they did that or why they going to Craig, because they know that whatever this man say, it is a yes, yeah, or it's a no. Once he state that, look, this man is not available. But I'm saying though, the man said a few times, yeah, that he's going to walk away by just taking a little mini break. First, Pan Jeffries, the man never said him gonna bring him youth go to Florida at Disney World. He
Yeah.
never said that. He never said that. The man said, what I gonna stop me from do my thing, from do my little entertainment. Fine, me not have a problem if a man want to enjoy himself in the off season. I don't have a problem with that. If he want a break and from the national team or club team, I don't have a problem. Do what you want to do. It's your mind. You are feel what you are feel. I would know say in this space, the mental issue thing, sometimes a player, everyone, and everyone strong enough can deal with the pressure. I would know that, with him, a lot of pressure is on him to deliver for the national team. Yes, he's underperforming since his debut. Only a few games Jamaican people can remember, him, lighting up the stage and at least come to the best of Leon Bailey, to the Jamaican people. But all of a sudden now, it's because if the man can't go take a break, wait with him family, when him come back to Jamaica, him just want to entertain, him just want to walk the street, he want to look back for him family, he want to stay with his mother. So what may I say? So because him said that, so most of the time, I them things are going why the other player probably could not even can't even focus on the field because him have so many things are happening, to him in the circle when it comes to represent the reggae boy. You understand? I even the interview even Nanalo have done, with Wayne Marshall. I said, look, growing up it was a little tough, especially his dad is a professional and he only could see his dad when he's coming back home to play for the Reggae Boys or he get a half season break. You get what I mean? I say, some of us look like it's all of them little things that are playing in and now, maybe why the player is not even focused enough and why is he just performing well in Aston Villa. And we always say, maybe Bailey have to go come put on the Aston Villa 31 shirt under him, Reggae Boy, to see if that same energy they can spill off on the national shirt, for him to perform. But we never hear the story about, the man want bring him family this or this at first, but no, get me. I say, so every time when him speak, is a different story. And him just a conflict himself. You get what I say? And we just want to tell the people, everybody I see what really happening now. Yeah, everybody what really happen, see what really happening now. Yo, Joe, you can expand on this. I feel it for the coach. We know say, you and the coach have a private conversation and someone leak all that little conversation. It must be embarrassing. I don't know if this coach ever went through something like this in the past. Like look at Icelandic people. They are so professional at what they do. You understand? They are disciplined. They are disciplined people. To what they do. How you think this man probably would have feel to see all of them things are just out there in the public?
Nico, Saturday we was at the park.
Yeah.
You hearing me?
Yeah, me I hear.
Saturday we was at the park in Queens and we were asking the same question. If this coach know when he might take the job to coach his national side, if him know how serious it is. Because we are a little country, but we're big enough.
Yeah, man.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
To come coach our national team,
Yeah, it's not easy.
No, because that's why we are saying now, I wonder if somebody explained to him before him take this job here, the road where him have to go take. You know what I mean? Because as you say, I'm going to the first time in my experience anything like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas coaches could have do thing one time and you don't even know, but a social media they about no, nothing in our hide. But from hear it in Nico, may I say somebody must give the coach the go ahead for him to do something like that. Him can't mad like that.
Or somebody go behind the coach back and add that name to it.
But them would have really violate the coach if him alone pick the team.
So, would you surprise if one of the coach alone has select the team?
No, I'm gonna be surprised. Because even when I used to play for the national team, I used to think say was the coach alone select the team. I never know say Kasafa or JFF have a big role in it. When I know Kasafa and JFF have a big role is 1990 when they dropped me off of the national team when we was preparing for World Cup 1990.
Yeah.
The coach tell me, the president say he must drop me because me have a runway. Nico, but them do it when I was playing juvenile.
Hold on, one moment. But that's not the first time you have to travel with the team. I tell me you travel with the team many times before that.
Me travel with the team. That's why I tell you say them don't even have my file for look on it and see say. Me go Miami go play a winter game for Jamaica and come back. So if me no want to run, I would have run from them time from 1986. But because of them ignorance and what them hear or what them want to say, them do me this at juvenile, 1 week before juvenile. For we go to Guatemala, take a in transit flight. Them drop me say me I go run with Miami, We have to take a in transit flight to Guatemala from Miami. And them drop me off of the juvenile team. and say, me I go run away, just like what them do me when I becomes a man and I play for the national side. So it's nothing new. A 2 time them do me, but it never stop me, because every time them plan for drop me, people net a lick up somewhere. You understand what I say? Me never make that stop me.
Someone said you score a beautiful goal. Let me find. Someone said you score a goal. In the comment. Someone said that you scored a beautiful goal. I don't know if I can. Someone said Donovan scored one of the beautiful goals for Jamaica in the 1980s. Half volley, half the instep. Goalkeeper was a more spectator. What goal? What me to that one there?
Nico, I can't tell you how one, because I score too much goal for you know what I mean? I score too much big time goal for even know how
two most memorable goal they score, for the Reggae Boyz in the 80s. Two of them. Walk me through two of the goals, the two most memorable goals I can remember that you scored in the 80s.
All right, I can't tell you one 1986 down in Miami. My first national goal I score. I run up and one with my left foot and I duck the goalie duck, man. In an orange ball. against Paraguay. We play Paraguay, Uruguay, and Colombia.
Yeah. But glad you said that. You said Paraguay, Uruguay, and Colombia. I think I have lost, Donovan doing it. Let's see if hopefully I can get him. Because we want to ask him, because something, he said play against Paraguay, Uruguay, and Colombia. People, look, if you're just joining the stream, really appreciate click the like button, really appreciate. And if you're new over here, you like the content, you feel free, to subscribe. Yeah, you feel free to subscribe. If you haven't even liked it and you like the content, you feel free to subscribe. Yeah, we lost the other. Yeah, so you say you play 3 teams from South America. So we're going to shift course a little bit now and move from that the Bailey issue and the Craig Butler and Whisper. How was it, back in the 80s to be playing against, what was the challenge you guys came up against, in those 3 games against the Cannibal region teams? What's like the most difficult thing that you guys have to really, stomach in those games in Miami?
We take too long for understand or simple the football must play.
Yeah.
We take as coach, our coaches just said a coach off what them know. But there wasn't a system. Like we are what Brazil from we are youth, and Brazil system not change all up to this day. You understand? Yeah. Because we are lead all Colombia 2-1 half time with Valderrama, and the second half a 6-2 we get.
So when I lead Colombia 2 with Valderrama.
With Valderrama. And a 6-2 we get. A 6-2 it end up.
Wow.
So
what was never the preparation before that tournament though?
No man, we never have no preparation, man.
So they just fly from here and go straight to Miami.
Team just call up for 2 weeks or a month and I saw we used to play a game, We never have no whole heap a month for play like how them youth are playing now and whole heap a practice game and them thing there. Here, so we have a practice game and a 2 week, a team call up or 1 week and go play a game. You know where we live? In a stadium we live up at the arch. Up there so we have to live.
Yeah.
In a stadium, the national stadium.
Wow. And then man I complain, you have players, not just Reggae Boyz, but players around the Caribbean region complaining about flight and hotel and stuff like that. But I mean I glad the thing evolve away where players treatment,
Yeah man. But, remember it was donkey, then ship and then plane, So from one state to the next, it have to move on. You understand? Because but why it stay like that? Because the people them before them never take a stand.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the love of the love for the game, them just have a competition and want to keep youth out of trouble or something, but them never have no plan, them never have no vision.
Yeah.
We have a union, a football union.
Yeah. What was back then, you know, when Valderrama played for Colombia, what was the technical ability with even the Paraguay national team compared to you guys?
Well, I mean, I tell you,
Like I
say,
said, simple football,
Valderrama is a kill with shift, man. Me, I tell you, man.
and they make it look so easy because they at that time they even play with a system and a structure. The
Yeah,
understanding of
man. Yeah, man. This football game where you say a player now just like Santos or any team and knock it round. Colombia,
yeah.
them team, they knock it round same way a long, 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 long time.
So going to the game, especially, you know, on Saturday, the Copa America, you know, what's one of the biggest weakness, you know, you see watching the Reggae Boys, you know, that we need to shape up into this Copa America in order to stand a chance, especially when we playing with a crippled midfield with no real natural creativity coming from it. You hear me, Mr. Walaga?
Yeah, yeah, you're just forwarding back.
All right, so me I say, you know, like, you know, you have that experience, you know, with playing those South American, you know, in your days, you know, going into these Copa America games, we know that, look, the Reggae Boy, the midfield is crippled. You know, we
Yeah.
don't really have that natural, you know, ball handler, someone that can just set the tempo of the game. You know, I know that the Mexico, especially the Ecuadorian, you know, the sleeping giant Venezuela, you know, these teams are very technical. They're very organized. They're very structured. They know exactly what they're going to do in a game. You know, the preparation is on point. You know, what you looking forward, you know, for our midfield going to those three games?
You know what, Nick? For me personally, I think if the players really focus and carry out the coach instruction
Yeah,
and go out there, go apply it, and me talk about a good game plan.
yeah,
And my game plan is first, we have to have a leader in the middle of the pitch.
yeah,
The vocal must have come from there, so, and
yeah,
one of the leader around at the back of the defense. We need two people, one in the midfield and one in the defense to be vocal enough.
yeah,
When for high press, from when for drop off in our half and make them come.
yeah,
We have to have the element of surprise for every team where we are gonna play. We can't just a high press and run all over the place like madman.
yeah,
We have to be calm in what we are doing, but at the same
yeah,
time we have to be forceful in what we are doing. But when we are doing it, we have to do it in a compact. We have to do it together. We are come as a team. We are defend as a team. And
yeah.
because the longer we in the game is the better for we, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
The longer we stay in
I
our
actually need
game
to get a very good start in the game
is
to
better
actually
for
survive.
we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'll start of the game, each of those three games that we're going to play, and also when we go to the knockout round, yeah, we actually need to get a very good start, you know. But one thing I have a big concern about the Reggae Boy team, you know, since Coach Alf Grimson took over, you know, we have conceded some late goals. You know,
Yeah.
I think I have them. I think I have, you know, dropped down a few of them. Let me see if let me see. I got it right here. You know, some games that, you know, we play, even though if we did not lose a game, but 1-0, we did right in the game. Just like the first game of the coach, the Argentina game. Me sit down, I mean, the man them scored pretty early. I think they scored in the first 15 minutes in that game. And we conceded two late goals. You know, the great man came on and
Yeah.
everything just started to tumble around, you know, Lionel Messi. But against Argentina, you know, we didn't really have much of the ball. But you could see that, you know, the longer the game goes on, you could see a slightly shift, a balance of the players and, you know, trying to get in a rhythm. They getting a little bit more confident. I've tried to at least attempt a 1v1 dribble. You know, and then, you know, we conceded two late goals in that game. You know, it's 86 and 89. The game that we played the second game that we played, when we played that friendly game against Cameroon, when we play, it was a center for them to go to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, and we actually did the 1-up in that game. I conceded a goal in the last, I think, 13 minutes of the game. You understand? So that another late goal, the US game that just played a while ago, the Dominica game, we conceded 2 late goals in that World Cup qualifier. Yeah. The Canada game, actually, they scored first in the national stadium in the Nations League after quarterfinal. Shaman Nichols equalized, but they came back and scored a late goal to win the game on our home turf, 2-1. So and a few games, the Mexico game, we conceded some late goals in that. The 80 game, we were 3-1 up in that game. I think that game played in Trinidad. We 3-1 up, then we conceded a late goal. We slap a ball at Nazon, jump right in between our center half, and the game go 3-2, and they got opportunity again, could have equalized it. So I'm kind of concerned, about the late goals and what we really concede, and these quality teams, not going to give you much sniff around, to give you back an opportunity, to get back something in the game. So I just think, defensively, we're solid, what we have seen over the last few games, he showed up that back line. And one thing I see in that back line, I see players that are willing to work for each other. And I wish I can see that, from an all-round standpoint. Even the game, I remember if it was a US game, Mike Collector, you could see that, he recovered well, just by the player made a mistake. But because we played 3 at the back, it gave him time and space to recover. Deshaun Bernard, in the game against Dominica Republic in the office, he made some last-ditch clearance and some last-ditch tackle where, he shored up the backline. So I see, improvement there. So you see, but when you look at the formation, I see a little bit of pattern in the US game where we, he kind of surprised us by playing the 3 at the back. And Joel did play like a boaty. He was jumping back in the midfield, jumping back in the defensive area. So I'm saying, no, listen me up now, Joe. With the 3 men in the back line, I would probably put, Pinnock on the left-hand side and Deshaun, and Joel Latibody in between them. Just because, if you want to play the ball out, he can actually slip into the midfield where, you have a little bit of knowledge there, give them an extra body in there as well. And those two players that, play in the left center half and the right center half, they can actually sometimes give the width. But that man in the midfield will be very important how the Reggae Boys is going to play out the ball. Are they going to defend? And actually, that player can jump into the midfield and actually intercept some pass, just like we see Michael Lecter have done. Joe Latibody have done it in the US game as well. But the problem is, Donovan Donut is who is going to play the double pivot. And I don't really want to see Casey play in that double pivot. I think we are asking too much from him to play in that, That's not really a usual position for him to play. He's more of a player when he played for his club team. He played up in the attacking third where he has less defensive work. Yeah. Playing him, I think it kind of crippled, his side of game where he don't really get, we play the low block. The coach is not really attacking, so he's not going to get a lot of chance, to execute whatever he need to do in the attacking third. So I think it's very important that
so Nico.
Yeah.
Are you saying because the coach is a defensive coach, we don't have a attacking coach?
An attacking coach?
Yeah, we don't have an attacking coach?
Well, I never hear of that yet still,
But it's very hard for a man who base himself off a defense. Him cannot teach a midfielder and him cannot teach a forward anything.
Why? it rough enough because so when I look around the rest of the national teams, the man
Yeah.
them have midfield, defensive, wing back, center forward coach. You get the man them have our coach for coach we have set piece coach,
So
a coach who can
we
teach
can't
man to
afford
throw
it.
the ball. Huh?
We can't afford it.
Them not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Them rather make them boys fly out with chips. Them not gonna do that. We know them. Them not do that. Them not do that. Matter of fact, they are not going to do that. But what I was
But
saying though, the farming is very important though. But in this Mexico game, to be honest, I think going to this game, one of our big strength is playing Mikel Antonio. Why I said that, I love Shamar. Shamar is always, getting the goals, and sometimes, he missed them. But if Mikel Antonio can do this in the Mexico game, stay away from the number 10 era. Yeah, in that little you drop deep. Stay away from that era. Stay right in between the two goal posts in that era. Yeah, and let Montes or Vasquez, double team, because when they come up against very good, powerful center forward, they naturally have problem. Yeah, they naturally have problems. So, Mikel Antonio, yeah, and I wouldn't even play a twin striker, to be honest, because me and reason about this already.
yeah, Nico. Voice
Yeah,
gone again.
you say
Yeah.
something?
Me I say best option is to play a double striker.
The best option is to play a double striker.
Yeah. And don't make them stay right in front of the goal. And make the
Yeah.
two wing midfielder and the wing back them overlap on the wing.
But
Because they're natural centre forward, Them are natural centre forward. So either the coach
the issue with that, I agree with you somewhat, but the issue I have playing two center forward. Yeah, it haven't worked it. 1, 2, there's not much crosses coming from our full backs.
Right.
And who's going to create that little magic for them in that midfield? And when you look at the Ecuador team, I said it previously, this team in their last 6 to 8 games, they have averaged 13 crosses. They attempt 13 crosses per game. So you can see that they playing to their strength, which is their wing era. And their goals and assists and their creativity come from the midfield. Just 6 games in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier, Moises Caicedo and Kendry Paez have all combined with 15 chances that they created. So they play to their strength. But you saying that we should play it, yes, fine. But if you can expand on that, which part you see us going to create for those two strikers?
As I say, the two wing midfielder. The two wing midfielder have to be. I don't know what the passer for the team.
Yeah.
But you have to sacrifice one or the other. Either you have to drop Antonio or you have to drop Bowser. Yeah. And right now you have to put the man in farm, which is Bowser. He might get one goal. So the coach have to decide. But that is not even my most problem with the national team. I think the midfield, even in defense, because most of the goal we score against is crossing.
Yeah.
The flank midfield now come quick enough come help the wing back them to avoid the crossing them.
Yeah, so they're not double teaming on the defense.
They're not double team quick enough. So, and then the changes of the coach have to come much quicker. The coach can't wait to a team coach make a change, then him have to see it quick himself. Him and him coaching staff have to sight it up early, the things where him have to do. It's hard for play one set of midfielder for 90 minutes, I run up and down, You have to put on fresh midfielder.
Yeah.
If you come have
Yeah.
an engine in the midfield for 90 minutes, you can't have 3 man. We don't have the 3 quality midfielder to do that.
Yeah.
Because we are going to overwork with 3 forward, we're up there, and we are overwork with 3 player them in the midfield. So we are going to suffer both ways because none of the forward them can tackle.
Yeah.
So if 3 of them are going to stay down there, that means our midfield are going to always left open.
And
Because
you know,
the other team them don't play like we know. Them play possession football. Them find the extra man at all time.
in games that the Reggae boys, yeah, we tend to start to lapse after the 60, around the 68th minute, on and on, the 70. That's when we started to lapse, and I think fitness in terms of working on the pitch, we see that, at times we're going to have to come out of our shell and actually just keep the ball a little bit. Just keep the ball a little bit. You understand? Just get the ball at your feet, because when you have the ball at your feet, it's hard. It's hard to get tired. It's hard. But when you're chasing the game, and I've even seen it in multiple games, that in the semi-final of the Gold Cup, Mexico, they scored in the first 10 minutes of the game. And from there, we just start to chase the ball all around the pitch.
Yeah.
And when we get the ball in our own defensive third, there's no movement up front where we're going to break. Because I believe playing a low block, playing in a transition, playing on a counter, that's a system. But what is the transition system to get out of that position as fast as possible? Quick 2-3 passes and you get into the opponent defensive third. I see a whole heap of time, lack of movement.
But Nico,
continue. Me here, continue.
But Nico, all this have to come from the preparation of the coach, Because you can't come in a match, come do where you're not practicing.
Yeah.
When we have the ball, every man have to become an attacker. That means every man have to want the ball.
Yeah.
But we don't see that when Jamaica have the ball, where every man want the ball. People are running from them assignment. We want people who want the ball. Because as I said before, me not try to praise myself, Nico. Remember 21-year-old playing against Corinthians of Brazil with Dr. Socrates up at National Stadium.
Yeah.
And the night I slept in my gears, my shorts and my top.
Yeah.
And the experience of from 1982 and Socrates are moving at the Brazilian midfield. And me I say, oh, Socrates, him looks so slow. But Nico, let me tell you, when the man come to the National Stadium, you never see man run in a 15-yard and 10-yard space like Socrates. You can't catch him. But one thing me take from that game there is we see them make the same mistake as we, where is not pro. The only difference them was doing, them make the same mistake like we, Nico.
Yeah.
The only thing them get up and this are them living. This are the art. This are where them eat and sleep and drink.
Yeah.
And Santos All-Star beat them 2-1 with peer Jamaican player Johnny Barnes and we was on that team. But it just a show you say if we can if we just prepare ourselves the right way, we can compete with the best of them.
Yeah,
them
totally
out there tired like you, them make mistake like you. All you have to do is prepare yourself for play the football. Not say them are gonna beat you, but we must compete. No man not tired and say him tired because him feel tired. Because if the first man stop, I will lose. Him out there tired like you, Nico. Them fight for them country. We have to fight for our one too. We have to play and fight for it. We have to dot up ourselves.
You know,
Blood,
David, I
sweat,
just
and
said that.
tears it have a take.
Yeah.
It now go just come to it easy. So all these things, Nico, the man them we are play in a higher football. Them have to bring the experience to the team and live for them game. Live for them game. Because it's not like a player Jamaican a player from local player, you know. These are professional footballer, you know. We expect
Yeah.
better from them. We expect them to lift them game. We expect to see the ball what we expect from them because them is pro.
Yeah, and that's what me I say, like, you know, our players them are play at the highest level. You get what me I say? Our players them are play at the highest level, and why is it that it's so difficult between the coaches and the players them, you know, to come and one and just everyone can work under one system? How difficult is that for the Icelandic coach, you know, to transition that into the players them and make it can come out onto the pitch? The players them can are such a tough head because look at when, you know, the Mari Gray, he was at, you know, Birmingham. Birmingham, you know, was a team that, you know, in and there fighting for promotion, you know, playoffs spot in the championship. Then he came to Leicester and he automatically, you know, changed from that front foot winger where once he get the ball, he's going at defenders. But he came to Leicester and he take his time and he become a transition winger where he have to sit deep, you know, and try to hit the teams on the counter. And that's one and a Claudia Ranier. That's one of his biggest strength of playing, but not so deep. But when you have a player like Kante, you know, the midfielder's job going to be a little bit more easier. But then he moved to Everton, which it's a worse story where the team is playing low behind. So me I say him barely adapt from German football to English football. It's a total different football. Genk was a front foot team that they core team when Bailey was at that club. And then now you look at Unai Emery, he mafia play wide. 5 minutes time, he must find himself in the midfield play, right invert. At times he find himself mafia play, a supportive striker. So the player them can adapt. The players them can adapt. You get what I say? Let me tell you. We play one game with Schaefer, the Uruguay game. Hector and Lee Williams in at the midfield. I know us our out possess and out stats the Uruguayan team. The only thing we didn't do that game is put the ball in the back of net. But me just say, you know, we can play a little positivity in our games, and me see a little bit of that in terms of a quick play in when Schaefer did that coach a team a little bit faster than what previous coach did that coach a team, and Lee Williams and Michael Hector, you know, outpossess the big bad, you know, Uruguayan team in the midfield. They have more touches on the ball than any other midfielders that start the game for Uruguay that day. And they had more of their possession in the defensive third of the opponent team. So me I say, you look at a team where with Clayton Donaldson, with the Barnes, he used to play for Orlando, you know, Mackinoff, McCleary, and you know, I think Taxi they are playing and Mariapa. I mean, I look like a team with an Ecuador team, a Uruguayan team. I'm looking like, look how much top player I play upon this Uruguayan team. And we actually play the football a little bit better. But you could imagine if we did continue upon that trend and continue practice. Because it just not got me in one game, you know, that happened. It not got me in one game. Then so we continue practice and practice and practice. It would have become perfect. And that's what they do. As I said, Dr. Socrates, them eat, sleep, drink, everything about football. That's their job. So they practice it over. I don't know. I don't, you know, me did have one theory on thing in my phone, but I don't know if I can find it. But him just simple as say, you know, look, it's not, you know, people just make it seem like it's so difficult to develop a core, a style of player, a system. It's not difficult. If you have a bunch of players beating, you know, no understand, say, look, when I really just start, but the national team, going to get a lot of time, but he got some time last summer trying to understand, the players and I think trying to understand the players last summer at the World Cup, before the World Cup started, I think they were like a week and a half before they played the first game. At least try to figure out the players and then at the same time trying to implement the system. Look, Sunday they arrive in Houston. They have a training session yesterday. They're going to have a training session today. And going to have a training session right down to the first game of the Copa America. We played our last game June the 9th. I understand, it was Father's Day is coming up. Players might need a little break. But everybody else did up on camp. Everybody in them camp during them time. So I say, we'll finish play June the 9th. We'll play the 6th, we'll play the 9th. Take a couple of days off, or a day, and just hit back the training field. Practice. Man get the coach decides saying I'm gonna give them break, and he's mostly trying to be a good manager and try to be, a great leader and giving players respect and professionalism. Yeah, but we need to be at a level where we need to be practicing day in and day out. Him not get them. That's what I said, John. Him not get them time here every day with the national team.
Yeah.
So have the man. Remember, the first game was June the 6th. So players them coming camp before the month even start.
Yeah.
You get what I say? Players should be coming just right around the 29, the 30. That's when the other countries, them players them really coming into camp.
Yeah.
So from there, the start of June, just mark it as the start of June. Now today is what? The 18th or 19th.
Yeah.
That's almost a month. And Copa started. We away around 4 days, obviously, around 4 to 5 days before the next game in the Copa America. So you see, such a long time with the players. That's what I say. Why just pick the players and we are going to play in the World Cup qualifier game? Why not just pick a solid group of players and you know who exactly are going to play? Yeah, understand certain player did injure and some personal reason or whatever. Yeah, but why not just pick a solid group of players? Yeah, why not just pick a solid group of players that going to play in the World Cup qualifier and actually in the Copa America, so you have such a long time so you can stamp your structure and your plan A, your plan B, your plan C into the team, because these teams that we are coming up against, they are preparing just as the rest of the nations. You understand? And look at listen to this though, Donovan Dona. Venezuela haven't yet. The last time Venezuela played a game to the public eyes, it was in the last FIFA window. Not the one that's passed in June, the one that passed in March. I think they played Guatemala, and I think they played Guatemala. They haven't played a game since. But what they have been doing 2 to 3 weeks before Copa start, them together, because the coach want that understanding, he want that band. And plus, some of players them did get overwork. Yeah, some of players them did get overwork. So him try to make them play to recover. So him don't want to play him weaker squad. You understand? This is what I'm telling you, what a Venezuelan journalist said to me. I think I have the video where I have the video where, he was talking.
Well, the decision not to play friendly matches before the Copa America was not a matter of not being achieved, but rather that about 5 or 6 important players came with physical burdens. Therefore, I believe that the coach did not want risking them. He wanted to keep them low profile under the magnifying glass, seeing them in training day by day, and also because he wanted to concentrate the entire group for a longer time, thus creating a more compact idea of the game. And Venezuela has always been characterized because in the short tournaments always make good tournaments, and the closer the players are together, the longer the players are together, the more the idea of the game is compacted and understood. These are the two reasons why Venezuela did not play friendlies before the Copa America.
So you can see, that's something that's planned by the coach, not to play because you want to keep the players in together. Because even back in our days, Venezuela was a beat up team in South America. Everybody come against Venezuela and thump up Venezuela face. No, Venezuela is actually, if the Copa America, if the World Cup qualifiers for South America are supposed to stop Venezuela qualify for their World Cup, that they dream World Cup that they want. So you see, this is a team that's coming. But we play 2 games, the 6 and the 9. You think we should play at least one more game, let Pinnock and Demari Gray them have a little feel back at the pitch? I think we should have a little friendly game, a little that we can, players them can wear out that little legs and, like get that little match feeling before the Mexico game on Saturday?
I think behind the scene though, he must be doing something like that though.
Yeah. But most people did say maybe he could at least get at least one friendly game in America because
but you know what, Nico, what I don't really like about the coach, him find too much excuses for the players.
Oh my God.
Him find too much. I was watching this tape right with Pep, and Man City was down like 1-0 in our game, and half time everybody come in our change room. Pep last come in, and him say, sit down, nobody talk. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. If you don't like my system, then you find somewhere and go. I think it was literally saying that.
Yeah.
You hear what me just said, Nico? Him said, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Theme job.
Leadership.
Them leadership there. If you don't want to follow my system or listen to me, you go and find a next club. Go or something. But once I am the manager, you're gonna do what me tell you to do. But I think our coach him kind of too nice,
But I mean that's the Scandinavian way, he have said it like where he's from. Players take action for and take responsible for their action. So you have to learn quickly. You have to learn that, look, this is the society of Jamaica. You give Jamaica a small pinch.
Yeah.
They are going to run with a big
man.
And with youngsters, that's actually coming through the squad, who's going to help with the leadership of these young players, like Kyle Dixon, we see Adrian Reed Jr. was in the team, you have Shaquan, like, you see any player that can put their arm around these players and these young players?
Yes, man. You say just like how him have Bibi and Butler around the team, him forget more player from the 98 team around the team if them available. Paul T got supposed to coach them the forward them. Like Paul T got Davis.
Yeah.
The best midfielder Jamaica supposed to there, even if him not the best. Paul Young them are the coach, Wally Man are the coach. Get at least even 8 of them for sit down behind
That's true.
Help the team from go on to World Cup.
That's true.
Because you have to have players like those.
The players them back where you used to play.
Yeah, man. You need people like them that can sit down and gel with the youth them and talk and what it takes. Paul T got Davis supposed to that coaching staff.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, that's true. So I think I was listening to, I don't remember which program I was listening. I don't remember, but I hear someone calling and saying that the coach should hire Lenny to be helping with that structure.
All right. So you just call a next name.
Yeah.
Paul T got Davis. Lenny Hyde can play midfield. Him a midfield and forward.
Yeah.
Lenny Hyde can break it down to the midfield of them.
Right, so right around the board, national teams have a lot of past players in the camp, to help with preparation and help, let the players can actually learn. Because look, it's different. It's very different when a man will go to school, will never play the football, than a man that who have experience in the game for a player to learn to, it's different. You're going to learn things that make sense from both, but you will learn similar traits from the player who is the past player.
Yeah.
Than the man that who go to school as a coach and just drop in at the system. You understand? I even remember, even at your club, at Boyz, and I even one time, Coach Hardware, invite O'Neal, Bigger Thompson to our training session. I think I was playing U13, and the stuff that he highlighted to us as a midfielder, he taught us in a different way than how Coach Hardware showed us. So it showed that I have learned more are a better way to play the game, play the midfield.
Yeah.
From a man that who play the midfield as a professional at highest level.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it can work. But I'm grateful for see, Freddie and Baby as man. But we think we need a couple more though. I think we need a few more.
We need a couple more, man. We need a few more, man.
Yeah, I think we need a few more.
Because whether you like it, those are the warriors who take us to World Cup, Them know the road,
Yeah.
Them know the road.
Yeah, because when we listen to the man and talk, the man always, I tell you, and not just football, a war, Even that's why, that's why I kind of like, I love rubbish people argument about a player like Nana supposed to lose his position. A player like Nana, you need in your starting lineup.
Me love Nana, man.
Someone that will run through a brick wall for the national team. Someone that who was around as a little youth watching him father playing for the national team. I want to do the same thing. He want to have that in own legacy that look, bring a team to the World Cup just like how my dad helped the Reggae Boys in '98 to bring them to the World Cup. So him have that chip on him shoulder that, look, someone said, although Ricardo Fuller never went to the World Cup, but he would be great around forwards. That's a very good name because, he have that, Ricardo Fuller have that link, with the English market, where he can connect with the players as well. So, And I think, I think even when you look at even Paul Hall, I think him should still probably be around the program as well.
Yeah, man. Even Tapper supposed to there in another coaching staff there for help the midfield. Tapper.
Yeah.
Even Tapper. Them should have keep him in another coaching staff there for help with the midfield. As long as them now pass them boundaries and act like them are the coach.
Yeah. But before I go though, your expectation though, in Group B, what is your what I'm not talking for nobody's, I'm talking your personal expectation that you want to see from the national team. Yeah? Getting out of the zone or just compete to their utmost best or going there to just kill people and go to the knockout round and try to get something out of that knockout round game. Because knockout round is win, lose, or win or you go through, lose or you go home. So it's do or die. So what's your honest expectation in this Copa America?
All the above, man. All the above.
Yeah.
All the above. Too long now we just go participate in a competition because we are participate. It have to be more than that now.
Yeah.
We have to go with intention for win competition. We're there so far now into football. So the expectation for me,
Yeah.
with a good game plan and players listen to each other and give 120% out on the football field, there's nothing impossible, man. Trust me. When we look on football now, anybody can beat up anybody at any given day.
Yeah. You know, Jack Drummond said, you know, we have to treat all these games like a World Cup final. As I said before, since 1998, this tournament is the biggest tournament that Jamaica represents since 1998. The three games, the three appearances them that, you know, we enter this tournament, 2015, 2016, and now this present one. You know,
Yeah.
so like when you even look at it, you know, legend. We never score a goal in this tournament before. We never have a point in this. We never record a point in this tournament. You know, 2 times. The first time we get beaten 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And I think the second time, you know, Mexico beat us 2-0, Venezuela beat us 1-0, and I think, you know, Uruguay beat us 3-1. You know, so we need this. We need improvements there. We need improvements here. But one thing me have to say, this Copa America, I go teach us Jamaican fans, yeah, the lovers of Jamaican football, where our national program is at, where Alf Grimson is at in terms of how far he is at, you know, to establish something really good in this program that we can compete against anybody, because he's in around a year and a half now. Close to around a year and a half with the national team, you know, since his first game with Argentina. We need to see something that established on the pitch, you know. We need to see something that
Nick, more, but before you go, Nick, more ask you something.
Yeah, man, go on.
You know, every Sunday we watch a Premiership and other football.
Yeah.
You think what expectation too high of them youth? Yeah?
No.
You think so when we don't watch football on a Sunday, we are expect them to play like them club team they are what is
no,
it? You
we
think?
don't expect them to play like a club team. You know, international football is probably a little bit slower. You know, it's a little bit slower. So that's why I'm
No,
saying,
when me say play like club team, the type of knocking and the type of composure and the type of all the above. And we know say a club team more balanced than a national team. But should we have the expectation that because of the talent we have, or we are look for too much from this team or what?
Yeah. You know, we everything that the Reggae Boyz fans out there is, you know, everyone that's expecting from the national program and what the players should be delivering. You know, you just see someone just drop a comment that if we don't get 5 points, we should be reconsider the coach. You know, and look, in there, Faye bring us to our World Cup, but if we not say an improvement in the squad, I'm not gonna say he must go, yeah, but he gonna come under heavy criticism, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure because this is the Copa America. This is the biggest competition in the Americas. Yeah, this is the biggest competition. This is like probably you could say arguably the second, or you know, probably behind the World Cup. This is something is huge. So many players who won the Ballon d'Or. As I said, it's 10 World Cup came from this region. Yeah, Ecuador have, you know, qualified for their first World Cup in 2002, 4 years after we, you know, and then they managed to make it to the last 4 World Cup. You know, the last time Mexico failed to make it to a World Cup, it was 1982, which they hosted the other year, 86. You know, so Mexico have been playing consistently. You know, I think they have around 17 World Cup appearance from there. You know, so what the man expect them supposed to deliver on the seed. You know, it's time. As I said, this is the time. This is the time, and it's going to show us where our program is at, and if we ready for the big league, which is 2026. Because we not just want to qualify for 2026. We want to make sure so when we go 2026, we are compete, we are beat teams, we are going to knockout rounds.
We're not just going to World Cup to go World Cup like
No,
1998.
no. And more the coach, you know, the coach and the federation must establish a program that we don't just depending on one egg in the basket. We must looking at the next World Cup I think is going to be in Europe. I think in Portugal or Spain. One of them region there. Yeah. We should be looking at 2030. We should be looking at 2034. We should at least looking at 4 to 6 World Cup cycles. So, you know, when we get into the middle of that preparation, we start to prepare. We add on another 3 more cycles onto what we started. And that's all you prepare and keep. It's a trend. It's a trend. And then you just find a national program being a lot more successful. Not saying, you know, not every country I go make the World Cup every World Cup cycle. You're going to fail. You know, America failed in 2018, yeah, because like a preparation on behalf of their own national program. So, and a lot more things, you know, why they didn't make it. But it's time now. You know, this is the time. This is the time. This is like most people would say, you know, the golden generation of our players in terms of the level of football these lads are playing. You understand? The club teams, them that, you know, we are playing. Like when you're looking at this group that are legend, we had so much players, you know, who have experience is playing in the top 5 leagues in Europe, other than, you know, Mexico, Ecuador. They have players that play in Europe top 5 league or top 6 league, but we have a lot of players that have that experience playing in the Champions League. You know, playing week in week out in the English Premier League. Mikel Antonio is a European Conference League winner. You know, he has scored in all games in the knockout round for West Ham, except the final against Fiorentina. So we have players that played on the big stage. You know, we have Boyz that played, you know, in European competition already. You know, Cephas have played in all 3 European competition already. We have, you know, Leon have played in our 3 European competitions already, the top tournaments around the world. So we have players that is playing at the highest level. You know, Andre Blake is been known for one of the best goalkeepers. I think he's the only goalkeeper to win 3 times MLS Player of the Year. So we have players that are playing at a pretty decent level. That this is the time that we need to perform.
So it comes down now, Nick, to the coach. The coaching staff,
yeah,
to mold them youth together, for go out there go compete and play the football where them capable of playing.
Yeah,
because them can't do it, but is where the coach I do for bring the best out of them.
Yeah,
For have that confidence there when you have the football, for step up the pace. When there is, you understand what I say?
Yeah.
Because football is everything, you know. High, low, near, far.
Yeah.
It's just the players have to know when to do it and how to do it.
Yeah.
Because me challenge a team as so much, you know, Nick. Because as I said before, they are all pro footballers.
Yeah.
So once you become pro, your expectation have to be over 10.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not the mediocre local player anymore. You're a pro. You must show say you're a pro. You must play like a pro, walk like a pro, talk like a pro, do everything like pro.
Yeah.
Whenever we have that mentality there, other people are doing it. Why we can't do it? Stop finding little excuses them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know.
And that whole we back for how long in a Nick?
Yeah.
Because we don't walk like a pro, we don't talk like a pro, we don't play like pro. We have to live like pro.
And that starts from the top.
And that start from the top.
The top.
Everything I have to do like pro. Not unprofessional thing.
Yeah.
And when you done, you say, good game.
Yeah.
Me give my best. That's all the Jamaican people ask for every time, you know.
Hey, you know, you see the Dominican Republic coach, legend.
Yeah.
Him live in a Dominican Republic. And him everything for Dominican football, everything go through him. So we are say, whether it was the JPL and our coach not even did it. Because that's whatever reason them say. You understand?
Yeah.
But we need that present, that figure, just like Rene. Even Major League Rene I watch with the stories that I heard. Because he come from a place where talent not just play in the first division. Talent they everywhere. Yeah, even the youth where I play upon the road, there's talent. So me just say, Marcelo Nevelet, he is the top man of the coaching committee in Dominican Republic, and every seminar come from him. Everything come through him. So Dominican Republic right now, I got build a football school, just like what Trinidad did a couple years ago, and build home football. I think I saw them call it, where them have them own hotel, them have fields. Yeah, Dominican Republic right now, I got to do something like that and bigger than what Trinidad and Tobago did. So, how long now we are going to wait upon our country to have a football factory where the best and the brightest talented youths around Jamaica can apply their trade, just like what Qatar is doing, taking youngsters away from different countries, whatever parts of the world, and let them come in Qatar. Yes, they have money, but you have to start from somewhere. Too much private sector in our country and too much other money there goes out our country. We need to start and get resource from everything in our country where it not just develop football, but it develop Jamaica. You understand? So Jamaica is a country where it's not just the little couple millions who live in our country or the little couple millions that live like us in the diaspora. It's a huge brand. Everybody know Jamaica. Everybody love Jamaica. Everybody familiar, with Jamaica. So how difficult it is to get things like this. But
because there's a difference between loving and like, We like football, we don't love football.
So yeah, it's 50-50. You could say 50-50. But
50-50, as much you give them 50-50.
Yeah, I don't think we have that deep emotion and culture in a football, because when you look around the world, just like South America, Central America, football have taught in school. Do you understand? They have something that the youths them can learn in school about football. And I did a video yesterday with a Mexican fan, Gil. It's all about, I asked him the question, in Mexico, is it just work and all that? It's just the two little things. Football and religion, that's what they care about. I'm not saying, we just care about football and religion, but at least have some competent around the development of our youths in our country. Because we have so many talented youths that them talent just drop off a mango tree and just spoil. You understand? When we have that factory, we don't even look. we have so many farmers in Jamaica. We don't even have a proper agriculture system. So we have so much talented youths in football, and we don't have that factory to build those youth, to harvest those youth, and build them not just to sell them, but build them to be the next elite professionals in the world. Because that I go on in a legend. The man them I build the ball of them for sell them. No, that's wrong. That's why you have players like Caicedo. Yeah? That's why you have players like Caicedo I left them country. Kendrick Paez, Estavao, Hendrick, these players, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, these players leaving their home country, millions of pounds, millions of euros before even touch on European soil. Yeah? Rodrigo, Hendrick, Vinicius, Real Madrid have all bought them a few years before they could actually sign for the club. Millions of euros. Because what? Those players were groomed. Those players were harvested to become a very good crop that is going to be a product of Jamaica, or a product, I would say a product of Brazil. So if we not groom the youth them to make them become a product of our national team, that they're going to be that next player, yeah, that next Ricardo Bibi Gardner, the next Ricardo Fuller, yeah, I don't see how we're going to make the next step. We just can't depending on individual talent. Individual talent through tournaments now go just push the weight enough. We see what going around the continental football, the space, Asian Cup. Look on the teams we are playing at Asian, where I beat up some traditional country. African Cup of Nations. Look at the countries them that play football. Everybody are developed. So why we just stagnant over the 876? Why? The development and the evolve of the sport, the evolving the youth them to be at the next level. Why? We not really see that at the rapid pace where the thing are really grow and the thing really move. Everybody else move faster than us over here, But let's see what's going to really happen, for this Copa America, because if look, people are going to say, Travis are going to say, Coach Agrimsey is judged on results, not on style of play. Nah, not just style of play, but Travis. But if you don't develop, if you do not develop something that these players can excel on and to be a better player and for the team to become a better team, if you're going to buy a house, Travis, and the house upon one of them land there where they are Portmore, mud and water, buy 2 tools, your house not gone because your house not a foundation, brother. So and I just style of play, coach based on results, yes, but in order for him to get the best results, him have to make sure say his work have a foundation of him, and him is a dentist, and if him I go in our surgery room and I go pull one 80-year-old woman teeth without jugs, it now go act. So you have to make sure say a foundation or a level of jugs that's going to take away the pain from that old lady. So if you don't have a foundation for anything in the world, anything, that's why when you got space, if you don't have the equipment, you're going to just float around. You're just going to float around. You can't get to do what you're going to do. So that's what we are saying. In order for him to get the positive results, so the sack don't come too fast, he must have a level of dominant with his structure, so the players can really play better under that system. And every time I listen to the North American market, the North American journalists, oh yeah, the Reggae Boyz have a very good squad. They have a lot of players played in England. They have a lot of this. But guess what? They don't have a structure. You cannot guarantee the Reggae Boys to do well in a tournament because they not competent enough with their style of play or with their structural play. So that's all I'm just saying, man. You know, that's all I'm just saying. You know, Casey have to lift his game along with Bobby Reed. I agree. You know, I agree with you. You know, as you know, as legend says, you know, they have to lift their game. They have to lift their game. You know, tax the Chinese contractors. We have to do something. We have to, just like Mexico, you know, tax their biggest and some of the richest, you know, the mafias. Then we have to make sure say we do the same thing as them. But legend, you know, bless up yourself for tuning in. We're gonna come back on so we can really appreciate, you know, your time. You know,
Salute, man. Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
So, you know,
Anytime.
Saturday, the big
Anytime.
game. Yeah, man.
Anytime.
Saturday, the big game. The big game Saturday. Prediction. One thing before you go. Your prediction.
A one piece, man. A one piece at fries.
They say one Bob Marley.
One Bob Marley, man.
Yeah. Bless up yourself.
Yeah.
Bless up. Yeah.
All right. Jamaica.
Oh, shit. Sorry about that. What you say a while ago?
That's a Jamaica all the time, man. Jamaican to the world.
All right, legend. Bless up
Yeah,
yourself.
man. We'll take it to them, man.
Yeah, man. We link up again.
All right.
Yeah, people, you know, early B I say, you know, we need resource and good coaches to develop young ballers. It's easy said than done. Yeah, but all of that, me I say, it have happened. It have happened because when you go to some local corner league in Europe, them coaches have UEFA B license. Them local coaches are coach some local corner league in Europe. Them have UEFA B license. So and that again down to the federation in terms of lift the standard of the coaching, the coaching courses in Jamaica, lift those standards. And actually, in order for us to get better coaches, the resource is limited in Jamaica. You know, the investment in sports, it's kind of limited. It's not where we would have loved for it to be, but at least if we can invest in the 3 top coaches in Jamaica, you know, you have a coach like that leave the country, you know, Winford Schaefer, see the talent in him, and see the potential in him, you know, big up coach Miguel Coley. He was one of our brightest young mind, when you're talking about coaching. I listen how Miguel Coley talk to his team. And when you listen Miguel Coley, you know, attack team, you just like, yo, more than do anything for that coach. You get what I say? But you have quite a few young coaches in Jamaica that, you know, invest in them, send them overseas, get them on program. That's what other countries are doing. That's what other countries are doing. They are doing the same thing. You get what I say? They are doing the same thing, and I have said this. Iran have done the same thing. A country like Iran made it to what? I think Iran have made it to World Cup in 2018 and 2022. You know, Iran have take their best coaches from Iran locally and send them to Turkey and let them develop as a coach, and they come back to the country and develop the next waves of young players, and ship them out by the time they reach 15 and 16, so they can have that exposure in Europe at a young age. So they're going to play, or they're going to be managed by some elite clubs, some elite managers in academies. And we don't just want our best coaches coaching Premier League teams. We want our best coaches in terms of youth development. You know, I don't know what kind of separate our coaches. You must have a first team coach is different from a youth coach. A youth development coach not supposed to be coaching a Premier League team. He should be responsible for the youths, the young programs in that club, so he can focus on those young players. And then you have the coaches that, you know, who is the first team coach will listen, to what the coach is doing, and they must be on the same page. The youth coach and the first team coach should be on the same page in that club. Or it start from like what Damrep is doing. everything is on a Marcel level. So everything that he want is going to transition right down to the lowest program. And look, Dominican Republic, they beat us to stop us from not go to 2 big major tournaments. Yeah, we have to look out our eye now. Yeah, we have to look out our eye what really happening around with. The thing I get really close. I'm sure no, if Haiti never did in that state of a country and have the resource of what the neighboring country, yeah, really are doing a football, Haiti would have probably go to a World Cup already, the second World Cup. You understand? So we have to look, it's so close it that way. It's so close development and progress there from Jamaica, Dominican Republic. Yeah, Dominican Republic. Remember, they beat us in a U20 World Cup qualifier to qualify for a World Cup in Argentina. And that same game, yeah, led them to be playing in the Paris Olympic. How much that would have been for our country, yeah, to beat Dominican Republic in that game. Let the youth then play U20 World Cup. The last time we think we played that was when, it is so ironically, the last time I think we played U20 World Cup was in Argentina. And we got the opportunity to play again in Argentina. And we messed up. We messed up in that game. Yeah? We messed up. Dominican Republic qualified. No, we will be looking on our big screen TV, watching our athlete running on the track in Paris, and be looking over his shoulders like, look there, Dominican Republic are playing Olympic Games. When a Jamaica fair play this, so the young reggae boys them should have beat them. But because when I look out our eye, and because we think we are mighty reggae boy, and we can get the youth them from in England, and we can look like the youth them from out of Manning Cup, which them say them are world beater, which Manning Cup have great potential player that can go on to do something good in the wider scale of the football world. Yeah, but they went there too. See, and the reggae girls right after finish the World Cup, we lost out on the first Women Gold Cup and not managed to qualify for the Olympics. So you see, we could have the reggae boys and we could have the reggae girls that play Olympic Games. But because of some BS thing where the man them keep up, yeah, because of some BS thing and lack of preparation around the thing, yeah, lack of leadership, the simple little mistake that we should have played. If we start off with thing I play World Cup qualifier, Copa, yeah, women and men Olympic. How beautiful that would have looked for reggae boys. Not just reggae boys, as a country itself. We know that the reggae girls and the reggae boys are playing Olympic Games this season. Like, that would have been such a beautiful thing. Yeah? And, but it's just like a continue the cycle, just like a continue, but, people just have to go just to walk on here, man. Hopefully, the players can really lift them game, and, hopefully the coach can really lift him standard, and, everybody can just do what they have to do, work as a team, fight for the country. Country come first, yeah? The national flag, that on the chest, yeah? The black, green, and gold, that come first. That come first. And I wish I hear more reggae boy players talk like, oh, Damien no talk. Yeah? Country come first in everything. No matter what. You must always have that bias for your country. Don't mix what you and people have with your country. Your country must come first. Reason out where you want to reason out whatever you have with people, but your country should come first. Yeah? Everybody around the world do that for their country. And just look at when the US men's national team or the US women's national team or whatever sport a US men or women are represent, that 52 stars or how much stars that depend on the flag there. Them are respected with pleasure. Them are respected with a lot of pride. Look at when the Italian national team I sing them anthem. Look at the pride. Like the man them want to cry. I kept saying this from the days of John Luigi Buffon. Them man they sing them national anthem with pride till them all cry. That's how much it means to them man there to represent them country at a major tournament. Italy and Chile. Yeah, just look on it, Look on the La Roja team coming Friday. Friday against Peru. Look at how the Chile national team going to sing their anthem. They have one of the longest anthem when it comes down to football. Even when I think, FIFA have their cut off there. I think around a minute and some second, you have the rhythm to play. But guess what? The Chile national team sing out them anthem. A cappella. A cappella, Italy. When the man them sing them anthem, it's a joyful moment. And the first time I witnessed that, I when I go Red Bull Arena, I hear the Albi Celestine fans them and sing Argentina anthem. I'm going to look around. I'm going to say, whoa, look what it means to sing your national anthem. Yeah? When we were at the office, I could barely hear. I could barely hear people are singing the anthem. The closest someone I heard singing the anthem was my two little child. Singing the anthem. Yeah? Because they were raised like that. When they at a function and they heard the anthem, they should sing their anthem with pride. So them simple things again, develop a football country, a football culture. It helped develop a local football culture in us. So when we go to a football game, just like I was say, boom. Yeah? That's a joy. That's a joy for a lot of people to say boom. So when we look, I'm going to see the Argentinian fans, when we played an unofficial game at Red Bull Arena and we play Guatemala, I even go back. When we play Ecuador, me and my father sit down together and I watch Ecuadorian people, the people them sing them anthem with that pride. So more if you see, not just that, me understand we have players that who born in the country, but if the coach can learn the anthem, that means another man can learn the anthem too. And that alone will give you that pride. That alone will give you that fight and the drive to run through a brick wall for your country. So people, really appreciate, push, most of these people don't have the loyalty to oneself, so therefore they can't give their loyalty to nothing else. Paul, I guess Paul Paul say a lie that I don't know what is he saying there, but everyone have to lift their game. But people, this is where I really leave it, This is where I really leave it, I really appreciate everyone. Yeah, really appreciate everyone that's on the stream right now. Yeah, as I'm going to leave you guys here. Hopefully, people, please, man, when Saturday, it's only now what's much Saturday, I only hear the national anthem come, on stand up, and start, and sing the anthem, man, and energy real, the energy real. So you say if you put out that positive energy out in the universe, there's connection. You ever feel like, you say, yo, me know that it got me, I just the energy you feel, but because, kick into the psychic of your mind there, you see it, of that connection there with that inner voice, faith can work with that feeling. Yeah, so energy is real. Energy is very real. So that's why you have to be careful what you wish for and what you wish for, because the same thing that you don't want to wish for, yeah, and you wish for it, it can come true. So energy is a really positive, it's a powerful thing, yeah, the vibration. But people, bless upon yourself. One Jamaica, one Reggae Boyz, one Coach Al Grimson back in the coach, 100%. But if you slip up, we need to see a level of competitiveness on the pitch. We don't just want to go out there and collect Copa money in the 3 games and come back our yard. We need to see something real. We need to see the ball drop. We need to see improvements so we can say, yeah, that team look like it ready for build for 2026. Not also, but for the rest of tournaments that we have a really come up. But people, yes, I'm really leave it. You get what I say? Manners and respect.
No matter what you do, you know, say that we can't stop. We stand up and salute now to the yellow, the green, the black. And make them know, say that the bandits, we stick on the block. The world is